Hey guys, if you are drawn to this hemimorphite, if you are curious about this hemimorphite, or you are drawn to this stone at this time, this is going to be a message that is for you. Today's message that is coming through has to do with a pet or an animal. For a lot of you, it's specifically about getting a pet or an animal, or you want a companion right now that is not a person, and you're curious about making a purchase for this companion or adopting a companion of some sort. So let's get into your reading. Okay, so let's pull some tarot cards to get the main messages here about this message. Let's see, we have Nine of Swords reversed, we have Three of Pentacles reversed, and we have Eight of Pentacles upright. First of all, I think this process with the Eight of Pentacles upright is going to take longer than you think. I'm sensing that you guys are perfectionists. Like, you're perfectionists. You're not just going to take some random animal off the streets, although that would be very nice if you did that, if you ended up deciding that that was the right companion for you. But I feel like you guys, this is a really important decision for you. With Nine of Swords here, the reason why you want to make this decision is because you've been having a lot of anxiety lately. You may have had a pet in the past and you realized it worked for you, or you may have been reading about the benefits of having an animal companion. Point being is, with the Nine of Swords reversed here, there's a feeling of needing this animal companion for psychological reasons. For some of you, this would also be something like a service dog or some kind of service animal. I actually don't know if they have service birds, but that might be something that if, I don't think they have service birds. Maybe they do. But there's this feeling of having an animal for some kind of psychological anxiety reason, even if you don't have a medical, I don't know what you need to get a service dog, but maybe if you don't have like an actual medical condition, you guys are very aware, like, oh no, I have anxiety. I have these issues. I need an animal to soothe me in these situations, right? That's the only thing that's going to work. That's the only thing I haven't tried. Some of you have tried medication, stuff like that. But then you had a close friend or a close coworker, is what I'm seeing, talk about their situation with their animal. It sounds so similar to what's going on with you. Anyway, point being is, you had someone discuss with you why it was such a good reason to have an animal companion. You had a heart-to-heart with someone, and they explained what was going on in their life, and as soon as they got their animal companion, things got better. Things improved. Things became clearer for them as well. So one thing that I am saying is it's going to take a while. It's funny, this woman even has herself painting a fox on this portrait, right? But because this is the Eight of Pentacles card, it talks about cycles. It talks about needing to find this companion at the right time. Also, the fact that she's painting this fox, if you're trying to manifest a specific animal companion and you guys are artists, say you are artists, you're creative type, something like that, painting and drawing this animal companion onto, say, like a portrait, or even if you just sketch it out, for those of you who are artistically inclined, could bring in the exact animal that you paint and describe in this portrait. Okay, so let's get some of these cards up here, and let's get another card here. I'm gonna get a past life card. For some reason, I feel like this past life card applies to you guys in this situation. We did get one. We have royalty, direct descendant, distant relation, illegitimate, what does that one say? Deposed of loss of title, but we have royalty. Okay, so with the royalty card here, I really feel like you are looking to purchase either a really expensive animal companion. There might be a certain breed of dog or a certain cat or something that you want that has like a royal attitude towards it. I also think that you would treat this animal like royalty. Like, I think you're the type of person, if you're doubting, like, well, what type of person would I be, and like, how would I treat an animal? Like, would I forget them, or would I lose interest in them, or something like that? The cards are saying you would treat this animal like royalty, because I'm seeing in a past life, this particular animal, you had a strong connection in The vibe that's coming through is Egypt, honestly. I think even if you get a dog, there was a feeling of some kind of feline energy in Egypt of you are royalty in Egypt, and there was a feeling in this past life that you had my air's turning on for confirmation for that. You had a specific pet. I even think if you do get a dog, they're going to be acting very cat-like in essence. Like they kind of have like more of a cat personality to them. I do think that if this is about a current animal that you have, you could be going through a renewal with this animal, specifically in taking care of them, like better, like their health improving, something like that. Let's get one more tarot card to confirm. But yeah, I feel like if this is about an animal that you already have, there's a feeling of taking care of them better. If you're thinking about getting a second animal companion, you already have some animals. This animal companion is going to inspire you to treat all your animals better, not just the new animal that's coming in. Let's see. Yeah, we have Ace of Pentacles here, so that is a yes answer to what I was saying. So that's just in general confirmation. I also think this pet is going to be a really true friend for you, a really solid friend, someone who is really going to be there in times of need. Oftentimes with Ace of Pentacles, I don't know why in this deck, I get long-term energy. I also get angelic energy. I think of something that's pure. I think of something that's pure of heart. I think this animal that you will be receiving has a pure heart. I also think this animal can sense ill intent or things about people that are, how do I put it? Like they're not trigger happy. Like it's not a dog that just like barks at everything. I feel like this is kind of like a calm, peaceful animal. And the vibe I'm getting is they're shy and they move away. This was on the floor. They move away from energy that is not good for you in the long term with Seven of Pentacles. So for example, you might have someone over or something like that, and this animal might react to this person in a way that you think, well, this person's great. Like, what are they doing? But it's a subtle sign for you guys that the person you're interacting with might not be good for you in a long-term sense. I feel like your pet will warm up to people. Your pet has the gift of foresight is what I'm saying. Your next pet has the gift of foresight. We have Eight of Wands in reverse. That's exactly the thing. It's not a sudden informational download. It's not like you're going to instantly know these people are bad for you. You might have someone as a friend for like 7-8 years, something like that. And then all of a sudden you realize this person's not working for you, something like that. So this is really good because I see that this animal is attuned to anxiety levels, stress levels, especially if this is a service animal. They're in tune to your subtle energy fields to the point where they can tell if you have a reaction to someone before you can even tell if you have that kind of reaction to that person. We also have Page of Swords, and they're not going to necessarily hold back in their shyness. I think this animal is going to be more shy, reserved. I'm seeing sometimes they'll snarl, but the thing is I'm seeing is they're just they're just shy. There's a feeling of shyness. They won't approach the person. Specifically, if you're thinking about getting a cat. For people who are getting a dog, I don't know. Dogs are usually not that shy, but let's see what else we got here. One last card. We have Five of Pentacles. This is so beautiful. This guy's walking outside and there's this feeling of warmth inside a home. I do think when you get this animal, there's a feeling of them being so grateful. Like they were in such a poor state of mind and health before you receive this animal. And I really feel like that you're going to welcome them into your home with like open arms, right? I feel like right now your animal's lost. I do think you should still take the time to find your animal. I do think that's important that you take your time. You are picky. You make sure you find the right one. Don't just take any animal off the street or any animal in Petco or whatever. Don't take any animal at the pet shop. There is a feeling here of finding the right one for you. And I really think this is really important. The selection process is really important in this situation because you have to have a bond with this animal immediately. There has to be an immediate bond. Let me pull one Crystal Wisdom card to give you one little piece of advice here. Let's see about this Crystal Wisdom deck. Brazilianite, I am flexible and free to be me. Yeah, that's the thing. ultimately, you have to do you when you're choosing this animal, because if you are following your own instincts with picking this animal companion, I really feel like that is going to be the best way forward. It's not about what anyone else says. It's not about what you read in a book of how like certain animal temperaments are going to represent themselves in certain ways and stuff like that. It's about how you feel about the particular animal when you are purchasing it. What animal are you drawn to? Not what you read somewhere, not what someone told you, not what your friend is telling you as you're going and picking out your animal, right? It's not about what is, I know there's certain ways of like getting an animal that are ethical. I get that. I totally get that. And if that is something that you personally feel is important, go through that path. But if you are someone who doesn't mind getting an animal from a breeder or a pet shop or something like that, and you're not about getting a rescue, do that. It is about following your own path in this department. And I am flexible and free to be me. Give yourself some flexibility away from the decisions of other people, away from the opinions of other people. It's true. It's what's right for you. And also, one thing I'm seeing is if you follow this path in choosing your animal companion, they will also feel very free to be themselves around you. And I feel it's a really harmonious connection with this animal companion. I feel you guys were drawn to this reading for a reason. If you're on the fence about getting an animal, the cards are encouraging you to do it. But yet again, only if it's the right animal companion. That's the feeling I'm getting here. Only if it's the right animal companion. Let's get a timing card just to wrap up the reading. We have June. So this might be a longer process. I'm filming this reading in August, but who knows? You guys could watch it whenever. But it might be advantageous, or you might discover this animal companion in June. I'm also noticing the pinks on the royalty card and the singular pink flower. I do think this animal is going to stand out to you very strongly with the pink energy here. Stand out to you, and there's a feeling of love that you will feel in your heart when you look at this animal. It will feel like love at first sight. One more timing card. Yeah, and the cards are urging you to get started on this process today. They're saying get started on it today. It's gonna be a long process to find that particular animal. I'm hearing you guys are super picky, so, you know, and that's good. That's a really good thing. Don't let anyone tell you that's not a good thing, and trust me, take all the time you need. I'm hearing a lot of you procrastinate, and I'm hearing a lot of you like to do your research and stuff like that. Now, it's not necessarily about researching things as far as like other people's opinions and stuff, but it's more about researching like where you can find animals, where you can look for them, all those sorts of things. What type of animal would be good for this or that, and then based on that information, using your own judgment, you can decide if that's something or a path you want to go down. So yeah, I'm really glad I got to give you guys this reading. Hopefully it resonated in some way, shape, or form. If you like this video, you can like or comment below. If you like or you feel like other readings are going to resonate for you, you can subscribe to my channel. Yeah, I do personal readings on Etsy, and that link is in my channel as well. So cool. I'll see you guys later.